Hi, my name's Shawn McGovern, and welcome to my website. Today, I'm going to give you a sample intermediate guitar lesson that I would typically teach some of my students in my studio. Today's lesson involves chord inversions. A chord inversion is the rearrangements of notes in the chord triad. Today, I'm going to teach you linear patterns across 3 adjacent strings at a time in order to help you better memorize some of these chord inversions. Instead of, say, memorizing a chord book or studying chords for hours on end, this is a really easy way to help you kind of understand the fretboard a little bit better. So now you've learned how to play a C major chord in 16 different positions. What's really cool about this is, say you're trying to make a more interesting chordal landscape. Instead of just playing this stagnant old C major chord, you can kind of do something a lot better, jumping around the fretboard, adding different kinds of dynamics and sound to that one boring old chord. Here's a track that I recorded where I'm just playing a C major in whole notes. Not the most interesting thing you've ever heard, right? Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the second inversion chord, which is a C major with the G on the bottom, the 5th, and I'm going to put it kind of a funky little pattern on top. So I'm going to record that for you now. So now we've got a really low spectrum, we have the bass line, and we have a really high spectrum. So what I'm going to do now is put the first inversion in the middle, and I'm going to arpeggiate the chord. For those of you who don't know what arpeggiate the chord means, I'm going to pick one note at a time and let all the notes ring in the chord. have a much more interesting chord progression, and I'm only playing one chord. 3 notes, that's it. Why this is cool is because say you want to do a cool lead on it or solo, you have something much better to work with. I'm going to do a little sample solo on it, and it's going to sound a lot better than if I just did this one old boring chord.